Welcome back to Vegas Live with Ninon. I'm Ninon, your host, and of course, you know we are Amigos Cantina in Las Vegas, and I have Nicole Butler with me. Ooh, in the wave park.
Finally, get to be with you on the show.
It's been a long time.
Me.
It's been a long. I met this young lady at the American Italian Club,
and it was for our mutual friend Valerie Marilotti. She had the Me Too musical showcase.
That she put on, and that was amazing. Absolutely amazing.
I loved it.
And her husband is the music director, isn't he?
Joey Malati, is with the Barry Manilow band. They're fabulous.
Beautiful.
We have fabulous friends.
Yes, we do.
Mutual friends.
And you are an actress. I can see you can be a very beautiful. Isn't she beautiful? I don't know what to do. I don't know. But she's gorgeous. She is gorgeous. So how's the acting going?
Well, there's a lot of do's and don'ts in acting.
Well,
no one tells you the do's and don'ts. I mean, you got to kind of find out the hard way because there's a lot of more don'ts than do's.
I think, well, it depends how you look at it. I was an actress. I think the problem with actresses is they're trying to play kind of.
I'm talking more about the sets of like the people hire you, and then there's things that can happen where people give your parts away to somebody else. I experienced that, or you get filmed and then you don't make it on the scene, like they cut you. I had that happen to me this year.
How could they ever cut you out?
Oh, yes, CSI. I love CSI though. Come back to Las Vegas. Let me do a round 2 of that, please.
What is that?
CSI Las Vegas. It's a TV series. I got to be
CSI.
It was really cool.
You were in that?
I was for 2.5 months into acting.
I was going to say, did you have a reoccurring part in it?
They haven't came back. A reoccurring part I did have that I do want to share that was a really good experience for me was Warner Brothers. It's called The Cleaning Lady TV series. I got to go back the second time around, and they did remember me. I was like, I hope it's a good memory. I didn't know. Because
they wouldn't call you back unless it was a good memory.
Yeah, that's true.
So otherwise you'd be totally
They're like,
gone.
we remember you. I'm like, oh, what did you remember
so
me
you're
about?
talking about all the do's and don'ts of being an actress.
Yes.
Now, what about the don'ts?
The don'ts, and I was warned, and I still did it anyway. And I did try to cheat a little bit on buying a perk.
You can't do that.
I bought a movie perk, a speaking movie part. And
what do you mean you bought it?
I bought it, I bought a part, and it was supposed to be with on set for this last set after Warner Brothers I was on recently. And the director, a new director, gave my speaking parts away. And you can't when it's like contract that I bought it. So I had a little mishap, and I was very confused on it, but I think it was a blessing in disguise.
I've never heard about buying a part for a movie.
Don't buy one. And if you do, you better write it down, everything. And if there's anything that you question or doesn't sound right, bring it to someone's attention right away. So I am new to acting, but I had to let them know I'm not new to life. but the rest is
like
really
a little bit of a toughie out there.
Well, you have to be. If you don't know who you are in that acting industry, I feel that people will take advantage of you or pull you apart.
I think that's in any part of the life and any part of the world, whether you're a man or a woman, they're going to take advantage of it if you don't know what you're doing.
Yes.
You have to know what you're doing. If you don't know what you're doing, I do know one thing. In the movie industry, you can never get angry with anybody. You can never shout at anybody. You cannot, because they will never. No, but if you bring something up in front of them and make you right and them wrong, you will never get back on a set again. That's what I'm going to warn everybody out there. Actors and
do's and don'ts.
This is definitely a don't. You appease them all, and you're very nice and you're very sweet. Otherwise, believe me, you will not get a part.
But I do want to share somebody that is really good and legit.
Yeah, well, let's have the good part now.
Yeah, I'll talk about the good part, because the bad part, I'm going to put my Grinch hat on. I'm going to bring it out of my vehicle. Julie Goldman and David Prada, they do casting out here for Las Vegas. So if anybody is new, look up Julie Goldman Associates, and that's how I got my Taft Hartley's. Very wonderful.
I understand she's really great.
She is amazing, and she asked me. It was a while back when I first started. She goes, "Nicole, I want to go out to the range with you." So when things get a little bit more situated, now that I am understanding the method of the madness of acting, I will. I'll take her out there if she wants to do machine guns like the M60 or 203 grenade launcher.
Go from acting to shooting.
They don't know about me that well.
I've kind of got lost on this loop. All right,
my
well, let's get
background.
into
My
the-
background.
All right, now we're going to get into the nitty gritty of band shooting. I hope not people.
I haven't had to do that. I
So
was
what do
in
you
the
do?
military, a military veteran. I was
See,
in
I don't
Saudi
know this. She's
Arabia.
in the
I know, I'm so
military.
sorry.
Oh my! Can you imagine being in the military with this woman?
Oh my gosh.
Holy
It
shit!
was good. Saudi Arabia, I was there for 4 months. And then the other job profession I had, it was short term. It was very hard to juggle my family life and serving the community. I was a cop in North Las Vegas. But see how nice
You were
I am.
cop
I don't even know
in
that.
North.
I was, North
What do you mean? Now she said I'm nice, so are
Yeah.
cops bad?
Not me. No.
I don't think cops are bad at all.
No, well, it's the situations that law enforcement has to get put in. It's
Yeah, but that's other people putting them in that situation. I find them very good. They do their job, and I think they've all had a bit of a bad rap out there. I don't like what they're doing with their cops. They have a rough time out there. They go into a situation. They have no idea what they're going into and how they're going into it. It could be good, bad, right, or wrong. A majority of times, it's probably wrong and bad.
it's always heading south normally, but you have
Yeah.
to have your head on a swivel.
So what made you go into the police department?
I always wanted to do that. I went in the military first, and it was
And
security
how
forces.
long were you in the
I only
military?
did a year. Oh, military, I did over 2 years, and then
So
I
is it
did.
mandatory for 2? You have to sign up for 2 years.
No,
don't you?
you could do 4, you could do 6.
No, I know you can do as many, but it's mandatory to take 2 years.
Well, it's at 2 years you can get like VA benefits and everything like that. It's normally 4 years.
Yes.
Then, I got pregnant by my husband I met when I was 20, and then we got, we went
Hang on a
outside.
second,
Of
now we're going.
it's like
We've gone
we
from
got a
acting
lot.
this is I'm acting, and then all of a sudden I've got guns.
I got a lot
and
of
now
stuff
now
going
we've got a
on.
house.
Wait till I share about catching on fire with my stunts.
I'm gonna just sit here and let you talk.
Oh my gosh! But there is so much to do. I mean, there's so much in this world to.
When you
connect
were in the
to.
military, how was it as a woman in the military?
Well, I had my hair chopped short and I smelled like gun oil, so they'd say, "Thank you, sir." I'm like, I know I don't sound like a guy, a little complex. So now, a lot of makeup, and no one can confuse me as a guy.
No, you definitely don't look like a guy.
Oh,
If you are a guy, you look like a very good guy. Girl.
Yeah, girl. Yeah.
So then you came out of that. What was the experience like? Was it a good experience?
Well, I had a good experience because you have like team players and you're always training. There's a lot of training that is involved with the military.
Yes.
But more so law enforcement. That was the most training I've
law
ever.
enforcement. How long were you in the law enforcement?
I only did a year.
And why did you come out?
I came out because I could not maintain my family life and the job. It was really hard. I didn't realize I burned myself at both ends, and they did understand, and I didn't have job guilt. But I'm constantly still situational awareness. I'm still paying attention, and I think that helped me with acting too, on set, communication, being able to see.
Well, you could go into jobs as military and also as police officer.
Yes, I have a good background.
Yeah, you have a great background, and you're married. You got married when you were 20. You have any children?
We have 2 together, but I've raised 3. So the oldest is 26, 20.
Now, what's the 26th one?
I didn't birth him, but I raised him full time till
Okay.
yeah.
And whose child is that? Your
That was
husband?
my husband's first marriage, and they were married a year. But
Yeah.
she thanked me. He wrote me letters. Thank you so much. Now he's a
Are
captain.
you still married to him?
Oh yeah, still 23 years together.
23 years. Oh, isn't
I know.
that wonderful? I love
I know.
that.
See,
I love
honey,
that.
I love you.
Yeah, I love
Yes,
that.
dear. He learned just to say yes, dear.
Yeah, I love that. That's amazing.
Yeah.
That's wonderful. So out of all these careers, and now you've gone into acting. So you did military, you did police. What else after that?
Post office too. That was rough.
Post office.
Mail
oh, wow.
handler, 70-pound sacks you're throwing into these ODRs, and you're loading them up on the truck. 12-hour shifts a day.
What made you take all these different jobs that are more for men than they are for women?
I found that out. I don't know. I just my most passion is a sense of helping people out, and I do like community service. That's why I did the acting. I was able to step into the acting, a bigger platform to meet more people, and I did help connect so many people, and that part's amazing. But I didn't know the do's and don'ts. I wish there was like a.
So have there been do's and don'ts in everything you've done? Probably.
Pretty much, but the acting has been the most trickiest. It's
You haven't sort of conquered that yet.
I don't know if I can. There's different avenues of approach and everything, and you don't know who to trust. It's not like.
Well, I don't think in any of it you have to trust. I think what you have to do, if you do SAG, you get paid. If you don't do SAG, I don't know how you get paid, because sometimes, I don't know about that. But I know SAG, you get paid, mandatory. But I do know that if you do other film projects, they'll either say, well, we didn't get our budget or something happened or something. When the movie comes out, you'll get paid and this and that. I guess that's a little tricky. I don't know.
But so far, they've always bumped me up and give me Taft-Hartley's and SAGs. I've always been bumped up to that next one. They like the look, they like the energy, and then they like my background.
Well, your background is amazing, so you can bring a lot into it, because obviously when you're on set, you're not shy. The only thing that you're probably a little bit more aggressive on set.
Assertive.
And you should not be. And you cannot be. That you cannot be. Okay. You've got to let the director, producer, and all those people do their thing and not interfere with it. Otherwise, they don't like it. From what I experienced.
Good advice. Listen, that someone's been in this industry for a very long time.
Yeah, and you just, you're very nice and you're very polite and you never talk about anybody. You never spread that word about anybody. They're all nice, they're all great. And I know that might sound a little contradictory, but that's it's kind of, if you want to keep a job and you want to act and you want to do all those things, and you're going to just mind your own business and do your job. That's really all it is.
Yeah.
I'm going to be a maid in this job. I'm going to be this. I'm going to be a second one. I'm going to be a third one. Whatever the case is.
Lately, it's cougars. They like me in a club scene, so I'm like, oh, I'm with 20-year-olds and I'm in my 40s. I'm like, oh, is this a cougar scene again?
No, you hardly look like you don't look like a 40-year-old at all.
It's funny though, because when I did the Warner Brothers, it was I was a precision driver, and then the club scene. So I'm like, oh, I'm a cougar. How old are you guys? They're like, oh, I just turned 24. I'm like, fabulous. Okay, let's get this going. It is fun though. It is fun playing different parts and being challenged. And I also did.
Is it a challenge to you?
It has been, because it felt like the first 3 months was like a Welcome to the Jungle song. I was like, wow, what is this? It was just a different method, and you can't plan anything out. It's never in stone. There's things always constantly changing and evolving, and there's more to it. Every door I opened, there was like 20 more. I think you ought to just sort of, maybe when you go on set, just calm down a little bit and just mind your own business. You hello to something. So a lot of the actors, people are a little cutthroat, so you've got to be careful, because you're very beautiful. And no one's bothered me that way. I was waiting though. I was like, up past their bedtime. No one bothered me like that yet. It's so bizarre. No.
But that probably won't on set, because they've got their own things going. But just be very careful how you handle it all, especially with don't push yourself to talk to the director, because they do not want to be spoken to.
I don't even know who. Unless they say I'm the director, it's funny because people are like, you don't know who that is.
That's why you've got to be careful. That's exactly why you have to be careful, because if you don't know who they are and you say things.
Oh no, yeah. I only had the one set that was very questionable. Every other set I've been on, there's one Tell Films called Death Cloud coming out. Fabulous. It was gorgeous. Cast and crew chemistry. That was amazing.
You love
I
that.
wanted
So
it again. Will I ever get it again?
Yes,
I don't
of
know.
course you
I
will.
want that.
What thing
but there's
called
something else
it?
in our show too.
What's this?
Her name's Lisa Bagby, and she is part of the Live It Wild Productions. I just want to share it. She has a couple movies coming out that she's going to have me in for next year, and fabulous.
Not long to go. Yeah. So when you finish with, because you seem to not skip, you seem to, your
Jump
challenges, but you change. You don't sort of, you stay quite a long time. 2 years, 1 year now. How long have you been doing acting? A couple of years?
No, this year.
Just this year?
I started in March.
So this year. So then, if you want to do something, what have you got in your mind?
The thing that I've been consistent with is community service. And there's something coming up with the Just One Project. So if anybody wants to volunteer, get part of the community, or get involved, just with anything, Spirit Therapies, the Burn Foundation, St. Jude's, the Red Shoe event. There are so many out there. Just look it up online or connect with me, connect with Maria and Ninon, and
How can they connect with you?
You can find me on Facebook through Nicole Vegas. I also have an IMBD, Nicole Butler the 9th, and I have Instagram too, but I kind of lean towards more Facebook. If you ever need help, or maybe your parents are here, like when they had the COVID shutdown, I had people from out of state reach out to me here, like I can't get to my parents for food. I was able to connect them to the 3 Square Meal. Everybody, so nobody, every time I come across somebody, even if they came out of prison, Manpower will help hire. There's all these resources.
Oh, that's interesting. Manpower, actually, if you've been in prison, you can't get a job, Manpower is out there.
They will help
hire you. How about Woman Power? What happened to Woman Power?
I don't but yeah, there's
it's
just
stronger
so
than Manpower, believe me.
So the acting, we'll see how that goes. And it's weird because I like when it's good. There was like only one time, and I didn't think I handled it too well because it was
Well, at least
It
you
wasn't
admit it.
right. It was so.
At least she admits it.
I didn't handle that well.
You
Maybe,
know the mistakes you
can I
made.
do a do-over on that? There's no such thing, huh? Can I
You
rewind
can't
to
do over.
Darn it. Darn
Yeah,
it.
done it. That's
Okay,
okay.
yeah.
Let that pass by.
Yeah.
Think positive, go forward, and do what you need to do.
And-
Pay attention and go in knowing all your lines.
Oh, that, yeah. I know the lines. I'm always on time. I'm always helpful. It was something else that maybe I'll do it off the camera.
No,
There was-
don't talk about negative.
Yeah. So other than that, everything else was fabulous. There's a lot of upcoming productions coming up. There's a lot of films to be made. There's newer
Vegas
directors.
is getting very, very big into the
Busy,
filming industry.
too.
They're getting busier and busier here because they have the desert, which is nothing happening out there except a cowboy scene. You've got all the hotels. You've got any hotel you want for a scene you want. It could be New York, it could be Paris, it could be anywhere. So this is one of the greatest places to film. Actually, they've got all the sets already made.
And it's not just that. So when you're like, oh, why isn't anybody? Everybody's a somebody too. I'm just going to let you know that. I sat in class. Everybody's like, oh, everybody's a nobody. No, everybody's a somebody. And you have to tell people, who are you? What are you about? What are you trying to accomplish? And you have to network yourself.
Yes, you do.
You can't just sit
Nobody
there.
else will.
You have to go out there, talk to people in the bathrooms, gas stations, grocery store. I'm everywhere.
Anywhere.
Everywhere. But they know that people know they can come to me and say, hey, Nicole, I'm having this issue, or maybe I need volunteers
Yeah.
for this, and I will connect them. I will get it done. The resources, the collaboration. It's really important to have
But the
that.
energy this woman has, Nicole, is just amazing. She's absolutely wonderful. And thank you for being out there with people and helping people, because a lot of people need that. You know, they don't quite know where to go, what to do.
I was talking. There's some young guy here that was part of a band, or not band. What was he? He was here. You were talking about.
Yeah.
What's your name? Say.
Oh, my Pollard, he's with the Jets.
Yes, and so he has this beautiful talent and platform.
Yes.
And so we talked about going to the schools or Boys and Girls Club to do mentoring, inspiring.
Hey,
If you're up
inspire
here, bring other people to your level of where you are so they can build and work to be that someday or something more.
Well
It's
done.
really important.
Well, you are a true example. You've done so many things. Absolutely amazing. Thank you for being on my show. A great inspiration. And what energy. I mean,
Okay.
I have energy.
I'll give it to her because she's going to a rodeo.
Yeah, I'm going to a rodeo. Can't wait.
You're gonna be like,
I've got the
I'm like, sorry, somebody gave a lot of energy to me. I'm just giving it.
I'm just putting it all back
Putting it all out, yeah.
I'm putting it out there. Thank you for watching Vegas Live with Ninon. We've had an incredible afternoon with all our different guests. Each one it's got their own story, their own thing going, and absolutely wonderful. I love it. And of course, Pureza is my producer, and she does a fabulous job. Absolutely amazing. And don't forget Amigos Tacos. Absolutely amazing. The food here is great. They have the buffet for $13.99, and then they have an evening buffet, which I think is $16 something. I'm not sure the price of that, but I know it's not expensive. Thank you, amigos. Absolutely amazing. Thank you, Nicole. Wonderful. We will be right back next week with more interviews and more people to share their lives with. You take care. Have a good week. Bye.